Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I created this look for you guys today. It is a new year look and it is a super glam fun tutorial. It was pretty difficult to film because it is just my second makeup tutorial on YouTube, and this tutorial has cut crease as well as the use of glitter in it. So it was a little difficult. So I hope you just ignore all the flaws and really like this video. So without any further ado, let's get started. So I've already moisturized and primed my skin. I've used the Clean&Clear Essential Moisturizer. Here it is, I hope you can see. For primer, I've used the Rimmel's Lasting Finish Primer. So for my foundations, I will be using two foundations. One is by Rimmel, it is their Lasting Finish. And the other one is my all-time fave, Maybeline Fit Me. Okay, so now this one is too dark for me and this one is a little lighter for me. That is why I mixed these two to get that perfect shade. So before applying foundation, I would be correcting my face with my favorite correctors from the drugstore, and that is, well, I'm not sure they're from the drugstore because Gurl is an affordable brand, but I'm not sure if it is drugstore or not. Anyways, it is their green color corrector and their orange color corrector. So basically the reason why we color correct is to hide any dark areas of our face. Okay, so one thing with color correctors is that you don't want to blend it out too much. You want it to stay in place so that it can actually cut that color. So I would just blend it lightly using my fingers.
Usually I don't use my fingers to blend anything except the corrector. And here, I've applied it here on my cheeks because I have some dark spots and I don't want them to show up.
Then I would just apply the foundation on my face using my fingers, because whenever I apply it with the brush, it looks like I'm literally applying paint, and that just looks very unattractive. Not cute. So I'll be using this random stippling buffer brush, I don't know what to call it. I would just stipple this brush around my face to blend that foundation. There is still some foundation left on the back of my hand. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and then just rub it all over my face, even out my foundation, because you know, face brushes can leave strokes or lines on your face sometimes. So you just need to blend everything out pretty well. So now for my under eyes, I'll use this concealer by Gurl. It is in the shade Pure Beige.
Head over to my Instagram to read the review on these concealers.
Guys, remember to always apply your concealer in a downward triangular motion. That way your under eyes would be highlighted as well as concealed. Then again, I'm gonna take my Real Technique sponge and just blend it out. I don't usually apply an eyeshadow primer because I use my concealer as my eyeshadow base and it works great. You don't specifically have to go out of the way and get an eyeshadow primer. So now that we're done with our color correcting, concealing and foundation application, we would be jumping on to our setting powder, and I'll be using the Rcma No color powder. It is my favorite translucent powder and it is so affordable and very easily available in Pakistan. I like to make a fine line with this powder here so that my eyeshadow has that nice cat eye look. So now we'll be doing the eye makeup and I will zoom the camera right in so that you can see everything properly and in depth. So guys, can you see how my concealer has creased and there's this line? So I will blend it out again with my fingers and quickly set it with a base eyeshadow. I'm taking this shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and I am setting my concealer with it so that it doesn't move. So guys, I won't be mentioning about the brushes which I'm using because I have an entire video that will be dedicated to all these affordable brushes which I use and where you can find them and the prices and everything. So yeah, you just have to wait a little for that video. I'm using this shade from the bottom left. It is the third shade as my transition shade. It is my first transition shade for this eye look. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this is the Morphe 35F palette. It is my favorite palette of all times. I reach out for it the most, even more than my Jaclyn Hill palette or my Modern Renaissance palette, because I just love the browns and blacks in here. So now I'll be going in with the shade Burnt Orange from the Modern Renaissance palette. I hope you can see. And I'm using the same fluffy blending brush just to intensify the transition shade a little. So we're going for a very cranberry silverish look, and for that I will be using these three shades from the Modern Renaissance palette. And first I'm going to go in with this one. I'll be using it on my outer corner. There is so much fallout, I don't know why. So I'll be using that same blending brush and just blending out everything. By the way, this shade which I used from the Modern Renaissance palette, it is called Love Letter. So now I'll be going with this shade right here. It is called Venetian Red, I believe. Using this pencil brush, the same pencil brush which I used to apply Love Letter. And I'm going over the same areas. Just use different shades in our outer corner and then for our crease and stuff, just to create depth and so that everything looks very blended and flawless. I feel like the fallout is crazy. I am applying my translucent powder again under my eyes because I don't want the shadows to mix in with my foundation. Going in with this shade on the same areas, a little towards my lid and not way too high, but I'm pretty confused. I'm really hoping that this turns out well. And I'm not taking this shade way too high like the other two because I want to create depth, and that can only be done with a darker shade. Okay, so in general we just want to take the eyeshadows pretty high this time because we're going for a very dramatic and glam look. And to achieve that, I'll be using this shade. It's a little darker, deeper brown from the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'll be using this really small, cute little blending brush by BH Cosmetics just to blend everything out and take it a bit high. I'm taking this flat eye brush and I would spray it with my WetnWild setting spray just to make it a little damp and so that it picks up my product well. And I'll be taking this shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I hope you can see. So I'll be just applying it on my lid and just keeping it towards the inner corner, and I'm not gonna take it way towards my outer corner. I'm trying to give it more of a cut crease kind of look, like a half cut crease, because we'll be going on top of it with the glitter and that would look amazing if it would be a cut crease. Whenever you're creating a cut crease, just try to stick to your natural crease line, because that looks way more prettier than, you know, actually creating a crease of your own. This is just going to act as the base for our glitter. Now I'm going with a much more flatter brush. This came in with my Kylie Royal Peach palette, but I will tell you from where you can get this brush if you're living in Pakistan, especially Lahore. And then I've dampened this as well, and now I'm really sharpening that crease. Just make sure that you really cover that cut crease completely with your eyeshadow, otherwise there is no point of creating a cut crease look. So the glitter that I will be using today is by NYX. It is their face and body glitter in the shade 08, and to apply this I will be using the e.l.f. glitter primer. I ordered it through e.l.f. Pakistan's official website. Again, I've taken it on the back of my hand using the same flat brush. I would go over with it on top of the eyeshadow which I've applied. I've created the same cut crease shape with this glitter glue, and now I'm gonna wait for about 10 seconds to let it sit on my eyelids. Now I'm going in with the star of the show, the lovely glitter. Oh my god guys, this color is so pretty. I love it. By the way, these NYX glitters are my favorite from the drugstore because they are so affordable. Like, I mean, the Stila glitters are very famous, but if you're someone on a budget, or if you're a new makeup artist like me and you have to practice and stuff, then just go for these glitters. So I'll apply the glitter to my left eye quickly and then I'll be right back. I just applied the glitter on my left eye, and guys, I'm loving this look so much. I feel like it's going to be my best look so far, and if you think the same, then just let me know. Now I'm going with the shade Love Letter from Modern Renaissance, and I'm taking this fluffy brush by BH Cosmetics, just tapping off the excess and then just going on top, just blending everything out. My face is literally full of glitter and it is so sparkly right now that it is actually kind of annoying. So to blend out the glitter and the other shades, I'm just taking this random brush by number 7. It doesn't have a specific number or name, it just came in their brush set, and then just blending out. You can just drag the entire cut crease towards your outer corners. That is totally up to you. This is just what I wanted to do because I haven't really done a half cut crease on my Instagram or YouTube before. So now I'll be using this brush by Real Techniques. It came in their lip kit, and going with the shade Wetty Red from the Modern Renaissance palette, I would just tap it lightly around my cut crease to give it more depth. This step is very important and I make sure that I do not skip it because it just makes our cut crease very obvious, and just don't forget this step guys, it is very important. So guys, I quickly did my brows off camera and I applied the liner on my left eye off camera as well. And the liner which I've used today is the Krylon Cake liner. I would just spray the same setting spray by WetnWild on this brush. So you see, I tried to create a pretty dramatic wing. Guys, I've already posted a tutorial on how to create a wing liner on my Instagram, but here's a quick tip that just drag it outwards to create a wing. That's what I do, and I feel like this is the easiest method out there. I'm using this very small angle brush and taking the glitter to highlight my inner corners. Now I'm gonna tap off the excess because my face is full of glitter. Okay, I shouldn't have. Here. So I'll be using the Maybelline Colossal Volume Mascara and these lashes which I got from Alfata. So I'll quickly apply my lashes off camera and I'll be right back. So to highlight my brow bone, I'll be using this top left shade from the Morphe 35F palette. Now I'll be going in with the shades Wetty and Red and Red Ochre to line my waterline. So now that I'm done with my eyes completely, I would move on to my face makeup, my contouring, highlight and blush. And for contouring, I just wanted to use this face contouring kit by Kristine. I'll be using this shade. And I'll be using this sculpting brush by Real Techniques. This is what I always use for my contour. Okay, so I like the pigmentation. And it is blending very well, guys. By the way, if you want to know how to contour, I've posted a tutorial on my Instagram. And if you want me to post a detailed tutorial here on YouTube, just let me know. Make sure it is well blended. You just don't want a harsh line sitting on top of your face. Using this fluffy brush, I would contour my nose. And for my blush on, I'm using this blush. It is the LDM Terra-cotta Blush. It's not very pigmented, so I really like it because I don't like very dark blush on. For my highlight, I will be using my favorite highlight from the drugstore. It is the WetnWild Mega Glow Highlighter in the shade Precious Petals. I think it looks great on so many different skin tones. Highly pigmented and I just love it. I'm using the same brush which I use for my blush on. Applying it on top of my cheekbones. So I'm highlighting my nose now and my forehead. And don't forget your chin. So I think I'm just going to go in with Trendsetter because why not? Okay, so guys, I'm not liking these lips with these eyes. So I think I'll be going in with a pink shade and let me just try Gossip Girl by Huda. It might just work. Just going on top of it with Gossip Girl. So here's the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like my videos, then do give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and comment down below. Also, let me know in the comments down below or on my Instagram which video would you like to watch next. I'll be back with another video very soon. Take care, bye.